What is going on, everybody? I was originally going to come on here and discuss how I can't understand for the life of me how anyone in their right mind can be excited for the Nintendo NX, because for me to get excited about any type of product, I need to know some type of information on it, whether it's little information or a lot of information. I need some type of information in order for me to get excited. And Nintendo has not revealed anything about the Nintendo NX. They've revealed nothing at this point. That is why you have all these people on this site making theory videos on what the Nintendo NX could be, because there's really nothing concrete to talk about. So I was going to come on here and talk about that. But this morning, while I was at work, I read something about the Nintendo NX, and it seems like we might finally have some information on what the Nintendo NX is. Now, these are just inside sources discussing this. This has not been confirmed by Nintendo, so for all we know, this could be just some rumor that somebody is passing around the websites just to get attention. But if this is true, what I've read about what the Nintendo NX is going to be, the Nintendo NX, to me, is dead on arrival. It is done. And honestly, I've seen some people discuss this, and a lot of them are interested and intrigued about this, and I don't understand. I just don't understand, because the Nintendo NX seems like it's going to be a portable console. What? A portable console? What in the hell is that? We already have handhelds and smartphones and tablets to play on the go. Why in the hell would we want to take this with us when we already have stuff to play on the go? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Especially for Nintendo, because Nintendo already has a handheld device, the 3DS. So, this is kind of strange to me. Like, why would they make a portable console? And you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me a lot of the Virtual Boy. Now, I know it's not completely like that, because it doesn't have that virtual reality gimmick, but the Virtual Boy was intended to be like a portable console. It had all game cartridges, and you could take it with you wherever you want, and that thing was a disaster, to say the least. And I foresee this probably may be the same thing, because I'm looking at the pictures here that it's on the article, and the article will be linked in the description. And this seems like that it looks like the Wii U tablet controller. So, if you didn't like the Wii U tablet controller, you're not going to be a fan of this. But the sides are detachable controllers, and the controllers look like small little squares. They kind of look like those old Atari or Pong controllers. Either one of those. Hope you know what I'm talking about. I know I'm dating myself with that, but that's what they look like. And the actual screen looks like a Microsoft Surface without the keyboard. It's got a foldable back to where you could like just lay it up against something. To me, from the pictures, it looks like just a tablet with square controllers. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. How can anyone be excited for this? I don't get it. And because this is going to be a portable device, guess what that's going to mean? It's going to mean that this thing is going to be insanely underpowered. It's going to be insanely underpowered. Honestly, it would surprise me if this looks pretty much slightly better than the Wii U. I think this is probably going to be on par with how the Wii U games perform. It might even be less. I guess it just depends on what they put into it. But portable devices were never meant to be high powered. And although you can take this and apparently you can plug it into your television and play games on your TV too, it's not really going to make it look any better. I mean, if any of you have used PlayStation 4 Remote Play with the PlayStation Vita, not many of you probably have done that, but for the ones that have, you could play PS4 games on the PS Vita. But the PS Vita is weaker than the PS4, so the games are downgraded. So the same exact thing is going to happen here. And then, not only that, apparently Nintendo is going to go back to cartridges with this thing. Yes, we're going back to cartridges. You want to know one of the many reasons why third-party developers left Nintendo in droves in the mid-90s for places like PlayStation? You want to know why they left them? One of the reasons they left them was because Nintendo stuck with cartridges. Cartridges are harder to develop games for. They're also more expensive for the developers, and they're restrictive. You can't put as much data onto a cartridge than you can on a CD. That is why these developers preferred working with places like PlayStation, because they used CDs for their console. So, if this is all true, I don't see how the Nintendo NX is going to have any third-party support at all. Because I can't see any reasonable third-party developer wanting to downgrade their game so much just to fit it on this little tiny Nintendo cartridge. I don't see them doing that with any big releases. I mean, they could make an exclusive game for the Nintendo NX. I mean, that's possible. But as we've seen with the Wii U, third-party developers don't even want to do that. They just don't want to waste their time working with underpowered hardware. So, if this is all true, and we don't know if it's true, because this could all just be a rumor, but if this is true, to me, this thing's finished before it even began. Because I just don't see how this is going to take off. I really, really don't. And this looks like it's going to be a big disaster. Now, since this is Nintendo, it could still make a profit, because there are people that will just buy Nintendo stuff no matter what. But then again, the Wii U didn't do that well, and I don't see this doing much better if this is all true. So, alright, that's about it. Please let me know what you think about all this, and until next time, y'all have a good one.